fucking play a game that I'm gonna have to stop like midway through because Jedi Survivor comes out in a few weeks. Ah. Okay. Dude, it is fucking warm out. It is. What's it? 58 degrees Fahrenheit. I am not ready for the summer. Not at all. Okay. Oh, wait, nope, fuck, shit, that's the wrong game. Oh, I do not want to play that. I want to play this. Okay. Pathfinder. Boom. Booey. Ah! Another game that I cannot press skip and skip these opening credits here. We have to struggle through it. Just and wait. Roll. Let's lower this. I need to get a new webcam. I need a new camera, but I have no money, so I will not be. No, I did not mean to. God damn it. Alright, settings. Sound. We're gonna lower this to a nice 69, and the music we're gonna drop to a nice ambient 32. Maybe a nice ambient 25. Graphics. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, we got it at its highest. Swag. Controls. We'll figure it out as we go. Alright. New game. Sure. The main story? I do not own. Okay. Main story. Oh. I'm gonna just go with right down the middle. Yeah. Create a new character, of course. Why would I want to be any of those pathetic race? I should more worry about class. You know, funny enough, the fucking first, like, I tried playing this game back in 2020 when pandemic started. I didn't know shit about D&D really at the time, so yeah, I could be my character. Slayer. Oh, kind of want to. I'm gonna be a sorcerer. I'm gonna be a sorcerer. Um, Heavenly power. Oh, so this will change where I'm guessing the stat I use for for my magic. I could be. I think I might. I think I might just be creating my D&D character. See what it's like to play a sorcerer in Pathfinder. So we're gonna go with the draconic bloodline of red. First though, we have to fuck it. If I'm keeping up the trait, well, also be a fucking elf then. Or is there one that buffs? Could just be a human. Buff charisma. Ooh. Do any get a buff? Halflings do. But I don't want to be a fucking hobbit. And gnomes as well. I think I'm gonna do a human. Or a left-handed human. That. See here. Ooh. It's kind of the hairstyle I'm fucking going with. Yeah, well, that's the only good hairstyle. All right. Beard. Oh shit. Oh. He's hot. Okay. Any better beards? Oh my god. Oh my god. Have you found a path yet? Absolutely not. Fuck it. We're playing Aragorn, but wizard. Oh. Okay. We're gonna put our class points into our charisma. Oh wait, let's change our fucking portrait. I guess this one best fits our character. Alright, so max out charisma, because why the fuck not, my dude? I'm gonna be very charismatic. I mean, as a sorcerer, we don't need strength. I think we'll bump up. And then we'll do that. No. We'll have it be that. Wait, I wonder. No, okay. It's gonna cost me. Same. Okay. So maybe I could cheese it a little. But put points in when they're cheapest or something. It thought of that. Let's see. Use magic device. Ooh, alright, so we definitely want to put points into this is for proficiency. Gotcha. We'll do it like that then. Go off of what they recommended. Abilities. Oh, so these are my features? Ooh, I can have 3 feats? Alright. Ooh. That could be useful. Ooh, +4 on concentration checks. Let's see, are there... Alright, none of these are what I should take then. Oh, I think I'm gonna definitely take Deceitful. Might as well take Spell Focus. No. Yeah, no, I'm going to... We're gonna do Combat Casting, Deceitful. Wait, what? Level increase? A quicken spell uses up a spell slot 4 levels higher than... I don't see how... What? That doesn't... That confuses me? I think I'll just actually do... Elemental Focus Fire. Okay, we can have 2 spells. Does not recommend Mage Armor. Okay. Okay. Do Burning Hands. Let's see here. Flare burst. No. Doesn't do damage. Ooh. Oh, this isn't a reaction spell? That's horrifying. We're gonna go with Ray of Enfeeblement, I guess, and Burning Hands. Inventico's gonna go with my name. No. We're gonna go to Fantasy Name Generator. Fantasy Name Generator, here we go. Fantasy and Folklore, let me get some human names. Alright. Will they have human names? Don't. Ooh, we'll go with a knightly name, These names suck. Okay, these names suck. These names suck. Fuck it. I saw one I liked. Hal. There we go.
You're done for! I didn't even break a sweat. A mere flesh wound.
Our time has come.
A solid plan.
I lead. You...
This will hurt.
I sense something. That's what you get.
Let us be off. Their life ends here. We cannot be defeated.
These are so like pretentious sounding. All of these voices are so like pretentious.
Get it off me. Let's shake a leg. Burn. Slice. Behead.
Together we stand.
The path is clear.
This is my path.
I hit that one. We'll go and give him my birthday though. Alright. I'm fucking chaotic good, man. I love being a little chaos gremlin.
Adventures await.
Alright. Baba Booey. Lots of numbers here that don't make any sense. I have 5.
I won't give up.
Let's get into this, baby. 20 or so minutes
Our
of...
story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever. It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
Ooh, I should. We'll put my face up here and shrink me a little bit. I think this is a good spot for this.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed?
Dale, hello.
There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Okay, a Divinity 2 sort of situation where it was up to the team to decide who would become divine. Everyone had the opportunity to. Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand
I
to
don't
benefit
swing
from
swords,
this
I
enterprise.
spells.
But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate.
There's
with,
resources
not
down there
bandit
you want,
gangs
isn't
and
it,
monster
Jamandi?
hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Oh, the tiefling is going to be in my party. I can promise you that. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country.
Yeah, I don't fucking trust this
Essentially,
deal
we'll
one
help
bit.
you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for
Yeah, I don't trust you,
that you'll be
Selemius.
victorious. So
Your
venture
last
forth
name is
toward your feat.
Selemius.
Go,
Slimeball.
and return
That's what
in
I think.
triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Hal. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
I'm no hero, just a mercenary.
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen.
Where are the guards running off to?
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
What about that barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. Think her name is Amiri?
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, all right? I'm sure you'll agree. All right, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
My quill takes its first sip from the ink pot and scribbles the first lines of the book about the travels, adventures, and victories that lie ahead. The book that will extol both its hero and me, its author, Lindsay the... Note to self when I come up with a fancy nickname. Add it here. I am writing this in the banquet hall where Sword Lord Jamandi Eldori has finished telling us about the mission that lies before us. Tomorrow at dawn. Our team will set off to the Stolen Lands in order to accomplish glorious feats. This is where my book begins, and the gods themselves can't say what will happen next. At dawn, we plan. Leave the hall. Guess we leave then. All right.
It is done.
I don't know. I know you can romance a posh lizard in in Divinity Original Sin 2. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Ah! Oh. You're not going anywhere. Alright, I can do Ray of Enfeeblement. Banning hands. Not be equipped. Dagger. Select all.
No stopping now. Onwards. March on.
I got to do my looting.
We cannot be defeated. We can do it.
You're Lady Jamandi's
Oh, wait, no.
in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We
I
need to
skipped
make
dialogue
way
on
to
accident.
her.
Shit.
And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
We'll do dagger, 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 dagger.
No stopping now.
Oh, she could wear. No, she's dexterous. Yeah, none of them are strength, so I don't think this armor would be good for them. Oh, he's a sorcerer, so I'm not gonna use him. I'm gonna kick him out of the team when I get a chance.
It is done.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration. Serves you right.
Can it be the end?
Oh. Shit.
You deserved it. Story.
Oof. Man, he can't wear any fucking armor. I'm getting rid of the shield when I can.
Follow me. No stopping now. Onwards.
Okay.
It's the end for you rats!
Hey! We will be victorious.
Oh, I'm out of spells.
Any last wishes?
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Okay.
Blood for Gorum!
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
I'll make my own legend.
Okay. There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Oh, that's a big... Oh. 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 He iced those dudes. That's pretty metal.
Applause, please.
This is my path.
I wrote it like I saw it. This is where I step in.
Deserve better.
March on.
Anything else?
It is done.
Oh, we are over encumbered. Overloaded. Okay. Sort by price. Um. Drop. Always have some daggers on you. Those are lightweight for how much they cost. Dropping that. 35. Oh, that gives a lot of money. All right.
No stopping now.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations
We
will
do
wait
need
until we
Wookie.
aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living.
I
but
can
they're
make a
harmless
king
to
right
me.
now. You, sir, Wookie. You're a king.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait
It's so...
until later.
There are so many numbers in Pathfinder, man.
That we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
And they just word things differently, but it's the same thing as in 5e, but they use a different word, so I get confused a little bit, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, this is what they're... Ah! Oh, balls. I am simple, I swing. I wanted to see what it's like playing.
I see something. Applause, please.
playing the class
Would you look at that?
I play in 5e. So
Applause,
I'm
please.
still a throw right now.
I see something. Anything else?
No. If it weighs more than its value, I am not picking it up. Let's see. So we have a scroll of bless and a scroll of shield of faith. That's something I save, man. That's not to be used at this level. What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jumandi's cash has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry it up before— Stop! Someone's coming!
Let's make this quick. Strike with all your might.
You deserved it.
Unworthy. Yes.
See here. No, not worth. Not worth. Replay Po 2. Wookie, don't you have a bunch of other games you've got to fucking play? I think that's the right way I want to go. I do, but that's also on.
Follow me.
Hold on. There's
Onwards.
multiple of those, isn't there? Yeah. Okay, so I need to. You have played one of the 18.
No stopping now.
I'm feeling stupid. So that only affects those. That one affects that. These two affect each other.
It is done.
Fucking God, I just feel stupid right now.
March on.
Oh shit, I think I could have had it if I had clicked those in the reverse order. Fuck. I'm so bad at these kinds of puzzles. I'm gonna keep doing it until I accidentally get it right. Oh, wait. Leave. I did it. I have a big brain. Alright, so let's see here. We have a Wand of Magic Missile.
I need something else. This doesn't suit me.
Oh, I put it there. Yeah, Wookie, I'm the same. Once Jedi Survivor comes out, I'm gonna be a fucking gremlin.
You cannot stand against me. Wretched thing. Despicable.
Protect me, please.
We won't falter!
Not letting me use magic missile on this character.
That's not the way it works.
Oh.
I tire of waiting.
Ah! Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a
Different.
night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
You sound like a Kelishite. Am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
I don't think we've met.
I am Kayesi, one of the many here who seek a better fate, answering the call of the
Well,
Lady
dude's just
Jamandi.
dying right there in the
And
background.
unlike the others, I
Having
never
a nice
shut my guard
conversation.
day or night. It's why I'm still alive.
There are assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself. Barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
This guy's gonna become my best friend.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
This man sounds a lot like fucking Clavicus Vile from Skyrim. This sounds like Clavicus Vile's voice actor. Okay. Oh. Wait. So the breastplate would be better? It's a -4 armor check penalty. 25 spell failure chance. I think I'm reading that right. I hope so. And this is a two-handed. Oh, she could use a bow though. But no, she's a melee user. This man is the two-hander. He's a cleric, so we don't want to increase his spell failure chance, I'm guessing. And it lowers his armor check penalty. Okay.
Onwards.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Who are you?
Peston, House Garess, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
Yeah, I can do that.
If I were a rich and influential lady like Jamandi, I'd also give myself a manly captain of the guard. Or two.
What's going on here?
Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fame, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Do you need help putting out the fire?
Oh, we'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Where's the hall?
You'll have to run through the fire. We've almost put it out at the entrance, so your main concern should be to not inhale any smoke. Hold your breath and take the first right, then head straight down the hallway.
I'll go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
Okay.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Wherever that is.
Follow me.
And so... Okay. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we had expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Hal, and not at all by that scoundrel Tartuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we drenched ourselves with buckets of water. Prudence is the key to victory. Before moving through the fire, we thoroughly wet our clothes and hair. After that, we covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Hal led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I'd chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. "There are two more," she shouted as she passed us by. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Hal rushed to save the guards from the fire. I failed the athletics check. Saving the poor fellows was harder than it had seemed. We inhaled a lot of smoke and burned ourselves more than once before managing to pull them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. "Thank you. That was truly noble of you," she said. "And now, let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid." Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. One of your characters, this is just one of the... Oh, we are all fatigued. Yeah, don't need that.
We should move.
Anything is possible. Serves you right.
Deserve better.
Speak. Unworthy.
Give the order. Let us strike as one!
They dare to attack me? Come
Forward! We can do it!
Leave this one to me.
Wretched things.
Do not attack!
Strike with all your might!
Tashani Sabitur.
Where are you going?
This body holds no
Just die
more.
already.
This can't be over.
What? It heals the bad guys? Fucking bullshit.
Onwards! Stay behind me!
Repent!
Let us strike as one!
stand ready. I can't cast it like that.
Meh. Yoink, yoink.
It is done.
Um.
Assist me or lose me.
Oh, does she cannot.
State your desire.
Ah. Huh.
Adventures await.
Okay. Raise of armor.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger.
Darn
That means
right.
I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
I will.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
She is trying to set me up. He's the one who gave me this ring.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Irovetti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious. There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
Bullshit.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
These people suck.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt
Yeah,
with those
this man.
with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Spy.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
We were in the middle of battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask permission.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Darn tootin'.
Is it not insane to be faced with death and stop to question whether you may be breaking some law or rule? Our leader acted wisely.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader himself?
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Sorry.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If Tartuccio allows, I would join his team. Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
Fuck you.
And I like our leader.
Fuck
What
yeah.
wisdom lies in
I've got the dwarf.
orders and rules in the
That's all that
face of
matters.
oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow. I will go with his team.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows,
But look at how cool I look in my portrait. Tiefling lady.
But who knows?
I got the
road
drip.
may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm
Fuck
coming
yeah.
As for
My
you,
kind of
Purple
warrior.
Team, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies. I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Okay.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
This is the map of the Stolen Lands and the gnomes. Decide to click on one of the arrows near your party token. You can learn the whereabouts of the I'm going to find the way there yourself. Along the way, random encounters await. You may be. Alright, Alright, so we're gonna go. Things like this. Alright. So we have a good mace just in case. Let's see here. So this is the current if a member fucking dies, we will not put that on our inventory. Acid flask. No, I don't think our character will need it. Let's see here. Scroll of Bless. No. Cream. No. Mage armor. No. We'll have everyone have 2 potions on them. Cure light wounds, inflict light wounds. Okay, I will keep that. Get 2 potions on you, my dude. You have scroll cure light wounds, scroll of cure moderate wounds. Potions. And does a short bow do more? No. Okay, you're a crossbow user then. Keep you wearing as is. Barbarian. Ginormous sword. Okay. Should be able to use? Ah, no, that doesn't do. That's not worth having. Or use. Where? Okay. Oh. We're getting rid of True Strike. Oh, that must be... Okay. Before we continue on, I must pee. So you losers are going to get fan cam and look at spinning because it's fucking hot. It's fucking 54 degrees. Probably like closer to 70 plus in my room though. Be right back. I must piss. Oh, fucking righty. Oh, hold on. Crack the back. Crack the back. My back did not crack. Alright. Let's begin our journey proper. To the left. There's someone on the road. Get ready. Oh.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
We won't falter!
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
What does this do? Days.
I'm not doing it wrong! The spell is flawed!
Your life ebbs low.
Forwards!
What a waste.
Sometimes in camp, all characters will restore some of their lost hit points, and those capable of casting spells replenish them. When you press R.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
This is my path.
Using spells and abilities, yep. Manage. Oh, she will do better on the meal. Okay.
I turned to Grotus when I lost everything. You lost everything too, Lindsay. Why do you keep clinging to your old life?
Why do you ask? Have my hands withered? Did my eyes fall out? Maybe I forgot all the letters, or got a cursed inkwell that evaporates whenever I reach for it. As long as none of that happens, I'll keep writing, just like always. Why do you think I've lost anything at all?
Oh, hearty meal. Hearty meal was a failure. Bad. Wait a minute, could there be things to find on this map? Ah, whatever.
No stopping now.
In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the Stellar Lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. Where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood, too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come again. Oh, look, a large man with a rough face steps talking. Ah, you must be guests from Rostov. I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way, and I'll let you go in peace. Alright, we'll leave. What makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? Why would we leave when we got easy pickings from Rostov before us? We'll rip out your guts and empty your pockets. Oh, I rolled poorly, didn't I?
Become as dust.
fucking serious?
You deserved it.
I won't give up. We can do it.
Uh. Okay, you have to click it like that. Sorcerer level 2. Allocate more points. And okay. Keep going, cleric. Da, 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 da. Lore. You don't need to do persuasion. More bard. Trickery. Mobility. And stealth. Let's see, a bard talent. Do weapon focus. Or no, we'll do I guess we'll do a light crossbow. So that's what we use. Um Hmm. Summon monster, why not? Barbarian. Let's see here. Athletics for sure. Mobility. We'll just bump up those. Abilities, rage, power. Let's see here. We'll do lethal stance.
and Lindsay was called forth.
Yes.
Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist, but now... The girl got away, a plague on her. She sent to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes. But this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and shows those rats what's what. Duff, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you are all right. The woman looks at her husband tenderly, if with a hint of sorrow. Oleg mumbles something, so he looks away, embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who it was? That must have been Boken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. Tell me more about yourselves. Oleg shifts uncomfortably. Surely there are more important things to discuss. Well, alright. We're just honest people who came here from Rostov. We fixed up the old fort to house travelers and give merchants a place to trade with the locals. We also deal with the occasional huntsman in the area. What does any of this matter? When those bandits come back, they'll either drain us or dry or just kill us. I'd like to see your goods. Don't know what good trading will serve those bloodsuckers come back and take everything, but alright, have a look. Ew, fuck. Alright. Bub. Ration. Eat that mace. Don't need an enlarged person. Yeah. Okay, what do you got? Let's see your weapons. Armor. Ring of protection. Ba 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 ba. Well, that was kind of nice to money. It's literally not that different at all. What the fuck? Alright, let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they, and when will they arrive? Well, are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut, and you just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money for every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gates so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come. Sometimes it's a whole gang. I've shown them what for long ago, not for Svetlana. They claimed they were collecting taxes. Why? The Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancying himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They're killed fast if they're lucky. If not, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovin from Nisrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levitin is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please, don't argue, Duff. Now, we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. There's some pretty solid traps around, some tar, and a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Alchemist fire? We could put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. That could set the post on fire. Maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your positions and wait. Finally, a fight. Was bored with all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful, and please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're gonna meet our guests. Ooh.
Repent.
Yes. Tear them apart!
Strike with all your might!
Your life ebbs low.
Any last wishes?
They go down!
What a waste.
This is where I step in.
Hey!
Out of our story.
No! Oh, he lived. It was weird. Okay, price and descending order. Give myself the cloak of course. Yes, alright. We should call Balkan up before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. Talk tomorrow? Alright.
March on.
Let's look around this place a little bit. The old one has been renovated and cleaned. It even has a new roof.
Onward.
Nice. Potatoes? You boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
No stopping now.
Okay, that's gonna be the whole map, I believe. I'm glad it's all over. Even if there was a fight, we'll talk tomorrow once I've finished working.
I failed. I'm sorry.
I'll make my own legend.
You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream, and then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
Yeah, spooky lady. Seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
What do you want from me?
patient. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon, even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
All right, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger, but our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
The nymph's whisper fades as she disappears. There are no threats in this location. It's sort of how I am. Is there options? I don't really like... Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. Oh, hi. You come from Pitax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Pitax, even though they kicked me out. Joyful place. What is life in Pitax like? Actually, Pitax has always been one huge nest of thieves, bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home for the likes of them. But that was before Aravetti became king. With him, a whole different life began there. Aravetti always wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown. Oh, that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts. So he built the Academy of Grand Arts and spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets, and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitax was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. What do you know of King Aravetti? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started pulling off such started to pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitek's hand. Also, he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decadent and conceited. Getting drunk with whores at the pub, that's not Lord Oravetti's style. Oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Calistria with a golden codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy. With dancing on the rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. He also likes singing. Ugh, and he orders his guards to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Shaylin have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the academy you studied at. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to Iravetti for building it, but he has no taste. At all, whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his royal highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on gray scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianjia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. Even ordered the academy to expel him for what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now and returned all the ones they banished, if you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Iravetti's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. As long as mediocre lickspittles sit at the academy and those with real talent beg on the streets of Pitex, I will not cross the threshold of that place. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Where are you from? I'm from all over. I was born in Galt, in such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there, milking goats, weeding turnips, selling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Who was your teacher? Oh, he's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital at the Church of Shaylin, but he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most god's-forsaken priestless village he could find. The one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas into our children's heads. It'll only distract them from the work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Arch Knights of Avestan. And when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave a magic ring so that Shaylin would protect me from harm. I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's all right. I ask Shaylin every day to grant him a long life and new students. Arch Knights of Avestan, who are they? You haven't heard of them? How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the history of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now, look at me. Here I am, on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. The traveling book peddler Tessie the Quill happened across our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy and Taldor and even Ustalav. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Pitex, and I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me. But that's okay. They'd already taught me all the important stuff, and now with Shaylin's help, I can manage on my own. Do you worship Shaylin? Yes, not to offend the other gods, but she's the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her sleeves. Got a point there. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth, no glory, no story. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was at the academy, Eobald the Insightful began his literature course with the question, what is a person? And he answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Our world does not consist of things, all these woods, seas, and cities. It consists of stories about those things. The stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass and there will be no me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone, but you and I will live on in people's memories and influence their deeds, thanks to this very book. So, what kind of a character am I? Truth be told, I was a little afraid of meeting a real hero. In books, they're all protectors of the weak and poor, but what about in real life? You eased all my fears with 2 shakes of a tail. You're a true hero, just like in the legends. My new fear is that in 100 years, my readers will say that people like you never existed, but I'm writing the truth. You are like a force of nature, wild and unpredictable. You're full of surprises. I doubt I could make up a protagonist like you, even if I tried very hard. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course, it's a book about you, but it's my book, understand? Write whatever you wish. I doubt you would defame me or, for that matter, overpraise. Thank you for your trust. I will not set out to please you, of course, but I still hope that you'll like my book as much as for my other readers. I'm not gonna say those things are a bit mean. They're their first drafts, of course. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The books woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was staying at Pitek, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the powers of Shaylin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here. Promise. Just don't leave without me. Of course, I could just write whatever you tell me, but if I wanted to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through lectures at the academy. The elf looks straight at you through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the Stone Lands? You're not the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes the ones who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. Who are you? Honorial Eight Eyes. Once upon a time, I was famous throughout Absalom. Honorial Eight Eyes of the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later, and no one recognizes you on the street anymore. What a shame. What are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but in Absalom I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign and I'll arrange everything right away. Also, I can summon the tutors from the Pathfinder Society, who can retrain you and your companions. They're quite willing to do this for free the first 3 times you request their services. After that, the price for retraining will gradually increase. Such is their way of doing business with all new clients. Why are you called Eight Eyes? Once, long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once, though it seems I've outlived my nickname. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I don't test my skills too often. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting. Got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess I should go easier on the drink, but don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight? If only I'd known I was missing all the action, but I see you've got everything under control. A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere. Why? You want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry, drunken rat hole? You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a seeker anymore. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermelt, was the best of us. Wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends at Divian at Drisen sent him a disturbing letter. It stumbled upon some mention of some ancient books on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Gallowspire. We decided that the books should be retrieved and kept safe by the Society. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition that proceeded to Ustalav. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery. But everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest. All those terrible living trees, undead druids and their arches of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We'd chosen Wren Church to stop at. It was marked on Vermelt's map as a safe enough haven to hole up in and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. Vermelt was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shout echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear the sound of him landing. And then... Enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings with all my chatter? We'd better forget about it for now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, but not today. I want to know more about the Pathfinder Society. What exactly are you interested in? What is their purpose? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Golarion they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We're a sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records, in case it proves useful to future expeditions, and also we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members does the society have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Golarion, and the venture captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all the corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose service to the society has brought them fame. Who does the society support? You mean who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrels of others. They serve only the spirit of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the Seekers. Would you like to join me? No. Got enough things to do already. You'd better manage on your own. Good day. I hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask me? This is a very personal request and maybe not important enough for your time. I'll completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Stag Lord's thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something or that I'd say something stupid and everyone would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved on inside the band. There's one more thing. Among the bandits is the dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel, but please, beg you, show her mercy if you have the chance. I'd be happy to help, Svetlana. I'm so grateful for your help. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea, though I supported him in it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Restov, everyone respects the Sword Lords, and everyone's accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Germandi could be enough to fend off a street thug or some other trouble. We could maybe even work in some places here, but not with the Stag Lord's men. What can you tell me about the Stag Lord? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the Stolen Lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. I like adventures, but I definitely prefer the ones that involve stopping villains and helping people. I can't thank you enough for the hope you've given me, but please, be careful. Stag Lord is extremely dangerous. What? Oh, it's you, Hal. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. No, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence and the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of Grotus are great, but my humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them. But I do what I can. Tell me about your past. My life is divided into two parts. The first was filled with blind wandering, doubts, and attempts to serve Torag. The second part began when I accepted Grotus in my soul and received a clear vision of the world. What exactly would you like to know? Where are you from? My life story began in Larad, city of dwarven clerics and acolytes. They served Torag and the other dwarven gods, Torag's brothers Angrad and Magrim, Torag's wife Fogrit, his daughter Boka, his sons Grundenar, Kors, and Trud, and also Torag's sister Rangvid. I went into an accent there that I did not intend to. Woo! I wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Torag's pet dog. Sorry, I let myself get carried away. Larad is the second largest dwarven city in the Five Kings Mountains. It's built up around numerous temple caverns, which serve as places of worship for all the dwarven gods. Many pilgrims from every corner of Galarian come to Larad to pray to their gods. Some remain to live there. This city is simply imbued with faith. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. It's no surprise, inspired by the aura of the city, that I decided as a young boy to dedicate all my efforts to becoming a cleric of Torag. You once tried to serve Torag. Not just tried, it was a burning passion. I craved it by day and dreamt of it at night. Harem shakes his head as if amazed by his own stupidity. You see, Hal, from my first days I felt the presence of the god at my back. I heard his whispers and felt his power, though the nature of this power was unclear to me. I thought Torag himself was trying to speak to me, and I did all I could to understand his words. Oh, what a naive fool I was. I had no idea that Torag, that uncompromising, conceited god glamorized by all dwarves, was capable of betrayal. He turned away from me, Hal. He left me in the hour when I put all my hopes in him and desperately needed his support. Torag is the god of craftsmanship, so every follower, especially the clerics, must smith their own suit of armor. The day when this work is finished is like the second birthday for a dwarf. He's newly born in the eyes of Torag. My second birthday never came. I couldn't make armor, not even a sword, not even a simple nail. My hammer smashed my fingers and fell on my feet. Molten iron burned my hands. The clerics laughed as they healed me. They used to say I was cursed by Torag, so finally I gave up any attempt to please the betrayer god. Even if Torag really has rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your homeland? You don't know much about dwarves. How can a dwarf cursed by Torag go on living in a city where every single soul bows to Torag? I was alone, disgraced, humiliated, insulted. I was trying to drown my sorrows in drink, but even the owner of the cheapest pub on the road would laugh at me while he put those mugs in front of me. I couldn't take it any longer. I wanted everything to end. There was one thing that kept me going and prevented me from ending my life. I could still hear the divine whisper behind my back. It was yet faint, and it took a long time before I could hear it clearly, but having heard it once, I could never forget it. It was clear that none of Larad's deities favored me, so I left the Five Kings Mountains and went out searching. I didn't think dwarves ever worshipped Grotus. How did you learn about him? Oh, but that blessed day became the beginning of a new life. Alone and abandoned by all, I spent many dull hours in a filthy tavern by the roadside. I don't recall the town, nor even the country. I had no money. In fact, all I had was a hunk of stale bread. I was weary and almost fainting from hunger. And that was the moment when the whisper from my god became more clear. It was like he was calling me. At least my sufferings had come to an end. It was a miracle, Hal, and I had paid full price for it with my torments. I couldn't control myself. I walked out of the tavern straight into the nearest forest, and there I found the ruined temple of Eredin, the lost god. Several figures clad in robes were holding a silent service there, a service to a god I knew nothing of. None minded when I stood beside them. For the first time in my life, I felt myself at home. My new brothers told me that they were clerics of Grotus, the god of end times. They were traveling around Galarion, spreading the teachings of Grotus despite all the persecution, contempt, and misjudgment they received from others. I gladly shared this burden with them, for now I knew whose voice had whispered to me through all those years. Wait, so you couldn't make even a simple nail and you blame Torag? Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse, just my own inability to work? I switched accents again. Just my own inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying that I was just too lazy. Harem looks into your eyes defiantly, his hands trembling with suppressed rage as he runs his fingers over his beard. You can definitely tell I am not a voice actor, Tarada. That much is painfully clear. Oh. You're a fool if you think so. An ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer? Even our children craft knives. No. Torag is the cause of my sufferings. betrayer God deliberately cursed me just to make a laughing stock of me. But I won't let myself get angry at you, Hal. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches towards its end. I will open your eyes or die trying. Grotus will be pleased by either outcome. Why does there's so much to say? There's so many words. I'd like to learn more about dwarves. Most dwarves are self-satisfied, stubborn fools serving Torag. They don't deserve my good gratitude. But you can ask what you want to know. I'll try to answer. Tell me about the Five Kings Mountains. The Dwarven Kingdom, yes, well, it's to the south from here. It survived many trials, and there will be more yet to come. Am I not going to do an audiobook? You know, I've been thinking about that, and if it ends up me needing to, well, the problem, so here's the predicament I run into. I know a couple voice actors, right? I know Mossball, and my dungeon master, who's a good friend of mine. They're both voice actors, and I'm sure I could have Moss voice act the female POV chapters, and then my DM, who chimes in now and then in here, making me drink water. I'm sure they'd both be willing to do it. But then my problem is, I want to pay them proper money, right? I want to pay them like a roughly standard fee for an audiobook, whatever that may be. I don't know what that would be. And not ask them for like a disc, like not even mention, not at all do discounts or anything. I'd want to pay them proper money. But here's the thing. I don't have that money. So, it would essentially end up needing to be me, and I don't think I'd be able to do a good job of it. I think, like, if I were to write a Silmarillion or George R. R. Martin's like Fire and Blood, which I probably will do, I would voice act that if by that time I write that, I don't have a bunch of fucking money and can just pay, like, I don't know, Matthew Mercer to read it. Dude, I wonder how much Matt Mercer charges for audiobooks nowadays. Because, like, I know he has a few audiobooks under his belt. But that was, like, I don't think he's done any recent ones unless they are Critical Role ones. But, God, if I were that rich, I totally would. I'd pay Matt. I'd pay Matt Mercer. I'd pay Travis Willingham to get fucking Thor. Fucking who else am I missing? And then just for the pure pride, Laura Bailey probably is the most expensive of them all. So she probably does not do audiobooks, but if I were rich enough and she were to, bet your fucking ass, just purely so I could say Laura Bailey narrated one of my books. But that's dreaming big. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But yeah, if I were to, I would definitely narrate like a history book that I would write. Because that I can do. Like, that doesn't take anything aside from my voice to do it. But like, you gotta, if your audiobooks have to have like personality, and so you gotta hire voice actors for that. If you want your audiobook to be good, and like, most people, I don't know what most people buy audiobooks, ebooks, so it's like, since that's the brunt of the market, audiobooks and ebooks, the audiobooks, it can't be me doing it. I once thought I could do it, but the more I've kind of researched it, I'm kind of like, ugh, no, I can't. I can't. I also don't have a professional, booth. I don't have a sound thing. I also I don't so yeah, that's another uh I wonder if I know any other voice actors. I'm actually trying to think if I do. I feel like I do. No, I just know actors. Yeah, I don't think I know any other voice actors aside from those two. But yeah, I've been definitely thinking about it. One of the things that I gotta do though is because I do want to take Mikey B up on his offer that he once said that he'd help me promote my book months ago. So I don't know if that's the same, but obviously that's another situation where it's like I'd want to compensate him in some way, and actually be semi-professional about it, as professional as I can be. uh, but I have ideas in my skull here about how I want to do like a marketing campaign around it. I feel like I got some really fucking good ideas um uh for it. It's like ideally what it would be is I would um Mikey B, Clay, Moss, and then if I could, uh I'd love also to get Whiskey, have the four of them. Um have like the four of them do promo. Even though a lot of them, pretty much all four of them have overlapping viewership. I do think they do reach out. I think Whiskey and Mikey B's viewership I think is actually they're not too similar, at least not anymore. They used to be a lot more similar I think when I first started watching Whiskey. But I know pretty much Whiskey and Moss's viewership is pretty much damn near the same. um, but I feel like that would be fun to do like a streamer kind of thing. Um, but of course that depends. Like if I go traditional publishing, they might not. I don't know how that would work. In terms of like if like I can work with people of my own free will or something like that when it comes to marketing, or if I have to like obey the publishers and how they want to market it. I hope time doesn't pass in this game as I'm in like conversations with people because that would suck. Hopefully you can sell the physical version and make an audiobook with the money. So the plan is because right now the plan is traditional publishing just because it's so pricey to do indie. Although I do think I'm I'm a I'm a bit 50-50 on it. I feel like I actually have a decent shot at the very least making my money back. If I were to go indie, I think I could at least maybe break even on it. But that's also if it really depends on if I actually write good, right? If I don't write good, then no, it's not gonna work. But if I do write good, and I get that. See, like the biggest thing, honestly, that's keeping me from going indie is the cost of an editor. Because you know, those editors typically charge per word, and since I write like big over 100K words a novel, that, like, yeah, it's a fraction of a penny per word, but when you're over 100K words, that still adds up to over a couple grand. Like if they're charging 0.04 cents a word, and that's and the book is like 140,000 words, I think that goes up to $4,000. I don't have $4,000. I did my taxes. I have 2,000 right now. Although, like, there are different types of editors. There's a bunch of different editors. Like I think the editors that charge that do that and don't do flat fees, those editors are like, they go in depth with their editing. There's like line editor. There's like different kind of. There's also a kind of editor that kind of will just like kind of skim it, and not go in depth with you. And those will cost like under $1,000. I saw some dude on TikTok that was able to indie publish his book for around 2,100, I think, USD, which still out of my reach. But yeah, if I were to do what I would like to do is I'd like to take the recent Brandon Sanderson approach when it comes to the selling of a book. I'd love to do bundles. I'd love to have a physical copy, ebook, and audiobook bundle. Like, have that all be like, I don't know, mass market paper books would be around $8 to $10 maybe. I don't know, if I were to do that bundle, I'd maybe do $20. I think is probably a good price for a bundle like that. I'm not sure. I can't remember what prices Brando Sando did, but his were a more, he was doing a more quality hardback with that bundle than what I would be able to offer. So I'm thinking maybe $15 to $20 would be a good range on a bundle like that. And then there could be a ebook audiobook bundle. You don't want a paperback or whatever, and that would be like, I don't know, $7 to $10. I don't know what prices are. I haven't done research. But if I go traditional publishing, I don't have control over that. So yeah. And then of course, I could just pull a Tolkien, not get the book. I could pull a somewhat Tolkien, and not really, and just like say, oh, that was a mistranslated book. Here's the truth. Here's the real canon copy, right? Because in the original 1937 Hobbit, Gollum, the One Ring, isn't really a thing. It's just a ring of invisibility. Sauron doesn't really exist. And then Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings, and he was like, I gotta fix riddles in the dark and make Gollum want to kill Bilbo for the ring. But yeah, part of the like my issue when it comes to indie publishing is I'd want it all to be available from launch, right? I want the audiobook ready, I'd want the ebook ready, and I'd want paperback ready, all available upon launch. So yeah, I mean, of course I could always do. I'd feel scummy about it But of course I could always, like, if book's successful, you get payment later, but that's always like that's such a scummy thing to do, I feel like, so I wouldn't want to do that. The Dwarven Kingdom. Yes. Well, it's to the south from here. It's survived many trials, and there will be more yet to come. There's no unity among the dwarves, Hal. The 5 kings rule over our people. They sit on the thrones of the 5 greatest cities, and with every passing day it grows harder for them to come to any agreement. The only thing uniting the 5 kings' mountains is the sky citadel of High Helm, the great dwarven fortress at the mountain's heart. Have the dwarves always lived on the surface? Oh, no. Eons ago, all dwarves lived deep beneath the surface, and they did rather well, judging by the historic records. They built fortresses befitting noble dwarves, but our restless god Torag sent us a prophecy, the quest for the sky. He ordered all the dwarves to abandon their fortresses and press upwards, to show their beards to the sun, as they say. This journey was long and bloody. Many dwarves perished on the way. Others turned back, keeping to their ancient strongholds, eventually turned into evil Duragar, grey dwarves. But those who survived reached the surface and founded the Sky Citadels, the most glorious cities in dwarven history. Tell me about the Sky Citadels. Oh, they are the peaks of creation, glorious cities built by the ancient dwarves who'd finally reached the surface after many hardships, performing the final labor in their quest for the sky on the surface of Galarion. They are steadfast, tall, magnificent. They are beautiful. The 10 citadels were built by dwarves, but we've managed to keep only a few. The citadels crumbled, and the orcs, sworn enemies of our people, trampled their blessed streets and ruined the gorgeous palaces of the ancient kings. These were heavy losses and a disgrace to our people, Hal. High Helm is the jewel of the citadels that remain. It is located in the heart of the mountains and the heart of every dwarf. Yes, my heart too. There's a dwarven saying that if an enemy reaches High Helm, every dwarf from all the corners of the world will come to defend it. I'd be there too, but not to help the Citadel's defenders. I'd be there to witness the fall of our people with my own eyes and mourn it. I would fall upon the cold stone and raise my final prayer to Grotus. I'd like to talk about your god, Grotus. Wish to learn about Grotus? Yes, of course, I'll answer anything you ask. What are Grotus's teachings about in a nutshell? Grotus is the end of all that exists. Look around, Hal. What do you see? Look again and realize that everything will be destroyed. Our clothing and our armor will turn to dust. The walls of the palaces will crumble into ruins. The trees will fall, and you and I will die much sooner than that. Grotus is a timeless watcher. He's been locked away by Pharasma, the goddess of rebirth. From her boneyard he watches over the world, knowing that time for the final reaping shall come. He is the bloated moon hanging in the sky. He is the harbinger of the last days. He is the one who will stay when all the others are gone. Pharasma has Grotus locked in her boneyard, so she is stronger than Grotus? Of course she is stronger, for now. Grotus is weaker than Pharasma and many other gods. I would be a fool if I tried to claim otherwise. If Grotus were stronger, the end times would already have come, wouldn't they? But the powers of other gods fade away. They dissolve slowly, a grain in a century. Grotus collects those grains and waits. He doesn't need to hurry. He knows that his time shall come. Usually clerics can speak with their gods. What does Grotus say to you? What is his will? Grotus doesn't speak to his clerics. Actually, Grotus doesn't need any clerics. He only allows his whispers to be heard, and only by those who are dying to hear them. His words are unclear, but they call to you. His voice comes with the soft rustle of fallen leaves, with the woeful wailing wind at the mountain pass, with the roar of the raging blizzard, and it calls to strike out on the road. Onwards, always onwards, over the pass, over the bridge, and further along. Up ahead, where the edge of a gray robe flashed, and a candle sputtered for the last time before dying. Onwards, always onwards, until your feet can no longer carry you. And let me ask you, what do you think about Grotus? I like your tales. There's an inner truth to them. I'm glad you think like that. We'll bring this truth to the whole world and tell everyone that the end is inevitable. Okay, no. The end times are not upon us. That's not. Oh. I thought there'd be less reading in this game. Have you ever regretted your decision to abandon Torag and start worshipping Grotus instead? Your question might seem offensive, Hal, but I am not offended. I realize you ask it because you wish to learn more about Grotus. Torag betrayed me, Hal. All he's ever done was look down with contempt at all my futile efforts to please him. I crafted armor plates, but they fell apart with a single strike of a fist. I smithed swords, but they broke at the hilt. Torag's priests used to say such failures were the curse of their uncompromising deity. It was Grotus who opened my eyes. He showed me that failure is a manifestation of his will. The end time is near, Hal, and every failure is just another step towards it. Torag's curse is only half the reason for my failure. The other half is the blessing of Grotus, which I have borne from early childhood. So the short answer to your question is no. I've never regretted opening my soul to Grotus. From what I've heard, Grotus doesn't spare the minds of his clerics. They all go insane eventually. Is that true? Yeah, who told you that? I'd like to look that slanderer in the eye. You see, Hal, sanity is quite a relative concept. Each of us is certain that he's the sanest creature in the world. Meanwhile, we periodically doubt the sanity of others. So, what happens if 2 or 3 people claim that someone else is insane? Does that make it true? Perhaps the accusers have lost their minds themselves. The longer a cleric listens to the whispers of Grotus, the better he comprehends the essence of his designs, and the deeper his understanding becomes. When enlightenment comes, the mind of a cleric ascends to a new level of understanding, which is inaccessible to simpler souls. Is it insanity? This is for you to decide, Hal. My decision was made long ago. When I reach enlightenment, I'll accept it with joy and delight. Honestly, that's just too much. You're funny. Well, when you learn Grotus's divine plans, right? Of course, I will tell you. I will tell everyone. The word of Grotus will lead us forward into the inevitable. Thank you for the conversation. Dog. Dog. Let me pet the dog. Wait, did I pet the dog? Darn. It won't let me pet the doggo. We're gonna talk? Alright, spill it. I'm listening. We're just talking. You don't like it? Perhaps flexing her muscles. Ugh. Or maybe just filling the silence. Don't know. Depends what we're gonna talk about. If it's about monsters or swords or scars, I approve. That's good. And if you're gonna ask questions like why or what for and how, screw this. Or you got even harder ones. Tell me about yourself. First, I'm a barbarian. I'm strong. I grew up in the realm of the Mammoth Lords. I left my tribe, the 6 Bears. And I like fights. Wait, you counted wrong. Barbarian. Oh, wait, no. Barbarian, strong, realm of Mammoth Lords, left tribe. I like fights. What's it like to be a barbarian in the 6 Bears tribe? Nah! Our people are big and strong. We can cut a monster in half with one swing. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat a whole fried oryx. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. Training? No one freaking trained me. The boys of the 6 Bears got the training. All I could do was watch. And you know what? They were still crap even after all that training because I kicked their butts hard. Animals, bandits, monsters all thought they were stronger than me. Idiots. Because if you start a fight, you think you can win. You think you're stronger than your enemy. I defeated them all. See all the scars on my face? What does the realm of the Mammoth Lords look like? Huge and freezing, no place for weaklings. Tribes hunt oryx herds to survive. Oryx are fast, so tribe follows herds for days just to not die of hunger. If you are weak, you stay behind and die in the snow. Tribe cannot stop. Also, there are giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons come too. And the mastodons and the saber-toothed tigers. You would survive, I think, for a few days. Why'd you leave your tribe? Yeah, because they were assholes, all of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels, and women were scared like sheep. Men there think no girl can be a fighter because they are weak. They are afraid a woman can beat them. And females just nod. Go sow hides, cook meat, watch kids. That's what they always say. But I'm a warrior, damn it, and I won't cook hides and watch meat. I told them so. I went hunting with men, and what did I get? Still the same. You're a woman. You stay home. Even gave me a nickname, the Soft Chieftain. Like a warrior woman was a funny joke. Damn, I even went to hunt those shit-faced frost giants in there. So I left. Cowards, scoundrels, and sissies there were. That's why. Quite a good fighter. Quite good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd fight better. Is that what you say? Or you say I could be better. Like, go get some training, Amri. You're a very good in a fight. You're an excellent warrior. I've just given you a compliment. That's all. True. I fight good. It's what I do best. So, why did you leave your tribe? What's the story about the frost giants? I told you already. They were assholes. They treat women like sheep, not fighters. As for giants, I'll tell you later. Someday, maybe. That's a formidable sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is! This sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took this looking for myself. Fits me perfect, my damned trophy. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? Greetings. Certainly ruffled those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. The road to Restov looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. Couldn't see anything through that soup, not even with a torch. Feels like witchcraft to me. I bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumor says he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike the noise. I'm from Restov. Cities are complicated. Lots of people and each with their place on the shelf. Bow before this one, fear this other. Don't do business with a third, but be sure to be extra nice to the fourth. And villages are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their noses into each other's business. I just wanted a place where I could be my own master. And so I ended up here. I need to take care of the Stag Lord. Do you know of anything that could help me find him? That's quite a task you've set yourself on. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and with this fogging around, I'd imagine it would be even harder to find. I suppose you could try to follow the trail of those bandits who attacked the post before. They came from the southwest, from the side of the Thorn River. The fortress might be there, or at least some large camp of theirs, where you can find information. What else can you tell me about the Stag Lord? Not much. Not like I've sat down and shared a cup of wine with the man, you know? But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. But soon as he got here, he took over everything. I wrote to Restov, tried to warn them that Stag Lord wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who've seen him up close report the same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin not covered by his clothes. The Stag Lord's past is a mystery. He just arrived one day. He was immediately a power to be reckoned with. I guess the most surprising thing about him is that he has as many followers who admire him as he has minions who obey him out of fear. He's got some inner strength in him, or maybe an inner madness. There are many who seem to follow him because of that madness, like some kind of virtue. Alright, yeah, we don't need that. So that. Ooh, that could be useful. These. I'm gonna keep the rope. Keep that. Scroll glass. Is there anything I need from this guy? Think so. Balkan frowns as he ostentatiously examines the nearest wall, hands in his sleeves. Without turning to you, the old man finally says in a dull voice, "Can I help you in any way?" "Well, since you ask, and there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there. But the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick if you do. They spoil quickly." Those spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. That'll teach them for taking over my Fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you. 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need fangberries and moon radishes? You want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you after you bring some to me. Alright, I'll try to help. What's he got? Ooh, got that. Oh, he has wands. Oh no, did it just fucking drink it? No. Give me some loot. Alright. On the road. Wait, how do I grab my party? No, I'm going to assume I'll go with.
It is done.
Okay, cool. Random encounter, you say? Alrighty, we'll kick their fucking ass. Oh, hello. A jittery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. His gray hair is unkempt and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. When he stops and looks up at you, his eyes widen and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather. Invisible fog creeping out of the woods. Swirls beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. I don't like this old man. Looks like the kind who could cast an evil eye. Who are you? Ramus. That won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. Visible fog doesn't mean you can find your way through it. Fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. Fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. Someone must look, and no one else can. I should probably go. You hasten? You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. I just do what I have. My rival. Do you mean Tartusio? He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Beside him are those who could stand against him and might yet still. And what power is he searching for? Someone else's, old but forever young. That which was taken from another, that which gave joy and now gives death. How do you know we're rivals? I don't know. I see. You can choose where you set your eyes, usually, but can you choose what they see? Can you tell me where he is now? He's in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Thank you. The old man nods. Farewell. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death.
Follow me.
Alright, we have an ancient tomb, and we have Thorn Ford. Let's deal with a manticore. Or can we not fight a manticore? Hold up. Okay, we have a Wand of Grease. Nah. Scimitar. Nope, none of them can use it. Okay. Oh! I don't know if I can fight that thing.
Running won't help you!
Alright, so, okay, this is how I want the game to be, yeah. Oh. Alright. Alright, Miri. I'm gonna rage.
Bring it! Tear them apart! They go down! Ah!
Okay, my turn. We're gonna fucking... 30 feet. Okay. Go there. Fucking hell.
Serves you right.
At last.
Fucking.
Bring it!
Last.
Oh.
Yes. I'll survive. I always survive.
This thing is level 6. Yeah, I can't fight that thing.
It is done.
Hmm. Oh, they're multiple. Damn. Bitch could move. Alright.
Repent! Your life ebbs low.
Tear them apart!
Y'all, my character fucking sucks. He's missing every time.
What a waste.
Serves you right.
They go down! Well,
Yes, I'm still
And
here.
Lindsay was called for.
Done with
The
waiting.
end draws near. Grotus awaits us.
Oh. I shouldn't use that. Hold on, before we go into the spooky cave and fight some fucking spiders.
Onwards.
Become as dust.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Lindsay?
You deserved it. Any last wishes?
Okay, what the fuck? Why doesn't it have an opportunity attack on me? When I cast fucking spells, it gets an opportunity attack? That's fucking stupid.
Repent!
Yes.
Where's the opportunity attack on this fucker?
Bring it! Look at me, Gorum! Tear them apart!
Your life ebbs low. What a waste! Become as dust.
Nice. Okay, we didn't really lose any health either. Oh, swag.
They go down!
Who will
I'm writing
prevail?
you out of our story.
Does it matter?
Ah!
This is where I step in.
Yep, here come more of them.
Repent! Your life ebbs low.
Bring it! Tear them apart!
Did she not move? Alright. Fucking weird.
Yes.
Fucking of course I miss. Go.
Ouch! What a waste!
Really?
They go down!
Serves you right.
One damage, cool.
Now become as dust.
Bring it! Tear them apart!
You deserved it.
Could be worse, and will be. Definitely will be.
Just letting the ink dry.
Oh, sorry.
Adventures call to
He's
them.
out of spells. Fuck.
I stand ready.
Won't work.
Anything is possible. It's just not my lucky day.
Adventures await. I can't do it.
Are we all fucking stupid?
I'm listening. Forget it.
Alright, I'm not fucking losing all our fucking HP to the fucking fang berries, man.
March on. We can do it! We cannot be defeated!
Okay.
They go down!
All right. Boss.
Repent!
+2, really?
Any last wishes?
Yeah, of course. Keep fucking missing. What the fuck is this game?
Your life ebbs low.
This is where I step in.
Lie down for a moment.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Yes. Yes.
This is my path.
We just pick up. Oh.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Yes, indeed, we need that.
Bring it!
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
Doesn't have any more. Okay.
Serves you right.
Of course. Yeah.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Why it always fucking misses, man.
You deserved it.
Is it? Yeah, sure. Of course it fucking misses, man. So why wouldn't it?
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
We will be victorious.
Kill me!
Strike with all your might.
Fucking course, another fucking spider swarm.
Bring it!
Of course they're still fucking alive.
Oh, right.
Any last wishes?
Tear them apart! This won't kill me.
I'm gonna miss. Watch. Of course I do.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play this game. Ain't no fucking way I am actually missing this much. This is probably a one-time stream. I can't hit these things.
What a waste.
And so I'm missing I'm missing the one thing I can do to hit these things. Yeah, no, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this game. I have the highest modifier. I have a +5. Like my fucking spell should be using my charisma. I have I maxed out charisma for that fucking character. Yeah, nope. All right, we're not playing Pathfinder. And I am going to fucking give it a ranking. Oh, nope, that's the wrong. All right. Okay. Let's see, where is it? We'll give it a 4 out of 10. DNF. 3 hours. DNF. Probability of missing is way too unbelievably fucking high. So yeah, there's my review of Pathfinder. It's uninstalled. So now I've got to find a fucking spin the wheel custom. Oh shit, cool. It saved it from last time. Okay. Let's see. Let's spin the wheel and find out what it could be. It's another RPG, I think. Yeah, this is another. It's another 5e TTRPG. I love how Steam's like won't load the picture that I'm clicked on. Oh yeah, maybe this will be better. Those fucking misses were absolutely ridiculous. I shouldn't have been missing that much. Trada, I'm not fucking insane, am I? Like, come on. Like, don't give me an enemy and then have me miss every... I wanted to like the game. I thought, cool premise, but like, if I'm fucking missing that much, dude, I'm not... Like, where's the fun in like, and because, like, you know, my fighters weren't, it's just fucking, that's just bad design. So tomorrow will be, I guess, fucking King Arthur Knight's Tale. Curious how that'll go. No Posh Lizard? No, Posh Lizard is in Divinity Original Sin 2, Mr. Juxtapose. It is in, gotta scroll really far down. We played that back in 2021, I think. No, 2022. No, 2021. It's in this game. That's the Posh Lizard right there. But we romanced Elf Lady back there. Emo Elf Lady. Posh Lizard is a great time. He's a fucking hilarious character. I loved him. We're gonna throw this over to Clay. I think he's still alive. Yeah. He's playing Snooze in E2. Tell him he's stinky. You still have to, yeah, the run where you're murdering everyone. Fucking monster. And aren't you? Then the companion, like, you chose one companion, and that was Posh Lizard, wasn't it? Oh man. I'm sure you won't have the issues that I had when I was playing it. Tarada, the fucking underleveled issues because the game screwed me. Because you know what to expect. God damn, that also means, hold on, are you at 24? No, you're 3 months away from 24 months. What the fuck? Yeah, thank y'all for showing up. Sorry the game was ass. And didn't actually, you know, have fun gameplay. Good night. Woo!